So we're not splitting the middle with this one. FNAF is just staying on my channel.
I'm
this
okay
is just
with
how
this.
we do.
This is fine.
This is fine.
Yeah, sorry, that wasn't a sarcastic this is fine.
That wasn't that things are on fire, this is fine.
That is very much a no, it belongs here. It belongs here.
This is where it lives, you know, I just where it lives in my heart and soul and brainstem.
Look, FNAF is not the hill I'm going to die on. So you are more than welcome to it.
I have explained this franchise and this genre to so many people who probably didn't want to hear about it ever. Including you guys who are here on this channel for other reasons, and yet I insist on releasing these videos.
Content!
Content! I'm Katie.
I'm Megan.
And we are looking at the first official, non-teaser, full-length trailer for the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. I'm still having a hard time believing this thing exists, and my favorite thing so far is people going, I'm gonna double feature it with Saw 10!
That's what I'll be doing that weekend!
Which I've seen people gleefully referring to as socks.
Oh, my heart! That's adorable!
Like a terrible name for a cat. Like, socks spelled like socks is a fine name for a cat. Socks spelled S-A-W-X is a terrible name for a cat.
I don't remember.
We're already off topic.
I don't remember who I saw tweeting it, but I remember somebody tweeting about how funny it was that the Saw franchise is so wild. It's so silly to me that they are like, oh, Jigsaw and Spiral. It's not Saw, 8 and 9. They're their own things. And then the next Saw movie to come out. Nah, just kidding. Saw 10.
Socks. Socks.
Anyway. But yeah, I mean, the last time we talked about FNAF, it was a 45-second teaser trailer.
And we talked for 45 minutes. So this is 2 minutes and 26 seconds. We are not going to be talking for 2 hours. We have things to do tonight.
I have Tears of the Kingdom to play.
Yeah, that's that was not a thing that was out the last time we recorded.
No.
For this. My God, what is time?
Anyway. Should we get to it?
Yeah, let's do this. Let me make this bigger. I already did the volume. I did check the volume. We're good. All right. FNAF trailer. Holy fuck, this is happening. Click. It's real. It doesn't feel real.
No!
This is Mike. I was just calling to see if that job that you offered was still available.
Yes.
Steve,
the security guard.
I will take anything.
This place was huge in the 80s with the kids. They shut it down years ago. The owner's just not ready to let it go yet.
I will work and you will sleep.
I understand.
Oh, that's why there's a kidlet. Oh dear.
All you have to do is keep your eyes on the monitor.
Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's, where fantasy and fun come to life.
They must be new security guard.
Can I help you, officer?
Have you met them yet?
Met who?
Them.
Not helpful.
Playing the pronoun game.
Mm-hmm.
In the 80s, kids went missing. The police searched Freddy's top to bottom.
Hello?
Oh, kidlet.
They never found them. That's why the place shut down.
Ghost children possessing giant robots? Thanks for the heads up.
Technically, they're animatronics.
What do they want?
They want to make her like them.
Oh no.
Tell me how to stop them.
It's too late.
Oh!
There's my boy.
Where to? Why do I always always get the weirdos.
This looks fun. It still very much feels like a fan-made thing for some reason. I think it's just because in my brain, it's still lodged in the section that goes, it's not real, it's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I'm still looking at this. This was an impressive trailer.
It was.
And I'm still looking at it going, what a great
fan-made
project.
trailer. Yeah. That, like, 4.5 seconds of Springtrap, though. You are sold.
Honestly, before Springtrap popped up, I was like, this looks fun. I'm having a good time looking at this trailer. But then they showed Springtrap and he started humming the song and I'm like, okay, yeah, you got me. You got me.
It's like, oh, they want to make her like them. And I'm like,
okay.
So much for I'm going to work and you're going to sleep.
Like, it's entirely possible that the cop is just misconstruing what they're trying to do. My guess would be that they're trying to protect her from Springtrap.
The owner's not ready to let it go yet. Really? He might be in the room, bricked up in the back. We found one. A real one. The one thing I need that we haven't gotten in this trailer, and it would probably be the obligatory Scott Cawthon cameo, is hello, hello.
Yeah, there's gotta be a phone call.
I need it. I need that fucked up, possessed phone call. Like, I don't know if we're gonna get through 5 nights of this within the film itself.
I assume so. You can't call it 5 Nights at Freddy's and then be like, well, over the course of 3 weeks.
Yes, I was not thinking 3 weeks. I was thinking like 2 days. Again, the eternal Markiplier question: why would you come back? But yeah, just
maybe daughter goes missing on night 1.
Maybe
you have to come back.
It's just like I sincerely, well, if the daughter goes missing, he's not leaving without her. Let's be real. I sincerely need the phone calls, and I sincerely need the phone calls getting just more and more. Well, they're fine actually until night 4, and I need that gloriously fucked up night 4 phone call and the night 5 backwards reading of, I cannot remember which text it is. I think it's a Buddhist text. I can't remember. But just, I need it. That is one of my favorite aspects of the games. I need it.
I would love it if that started happening and then either Mike or the cop takes a baseball bat to it and just goes, boring conversation anyway.
That's the one thing I want that we have not seen in the trailer is the, hello, hello. Welcome to your first night as a security guard at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, where fantasy and fun come to life. Like, I'm sure we won't get all of it because I think that's the point of the video he watches.
Yeah, I'm actually wondering if Video Lady is going to be taking place of Phone Guy.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. Especially since for so long the theory was Phone Guy is Purple Guy. Phone Guy's the killer. And then it turns out, no, that's not the case. Phone Guy was some poor asshole. Phone Guy was not at all related to the Afton family. He just got fucked.
He just picked a terrible place to work.
He just got absolutely fucked. And there was a poll going around Tumblr about like most pathetic FNAF character. No, William Afton isn't on this. And the joke was Phone Guy sweep. Like, this poor bastard. Poor
man.
Showed up for 2 games worth of, 3 games worth of tutorial, and then just...
Can I also just say, not to switch gears a little bit, but the animatronics themselves...
They look so good!
Like, the fidelity to their in-game models is remarkable.
Well, the in-game models look like actual animatronics. There's not a lot that you have to do to shift things.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta make them look a little more real to work with real people, but like, yeah.
But no, it is remarkable. Like, there was like, clearly making it look as close to the game as humanly possible was the intent there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it kind of looks like they knocked it out of the park. I mean, again, trailers are short, but yeah, from all of the bits of the animatronics that we're looking at, they look really good, and they look just like they do on screen in the game.
Oh, yeah. And just the playing the bits of Carmen and me going, someone's gonna die, and it will not be a fun.
I really appreciate how much fun they're having with the song in the trailer.
Oh,
doing the
yeah.
cuts on the beats, and then having the full thing come in through the speaker.
The full
that's great.
orchestra
Yeah.
version instead of the music box version that we get, like, damn.
Yeah, they're having a good time.
The other thing I want, and again, this is just me like game nostalgia, I want that awful deep Freddy laugh, and I want that same animatronic scream at some point.
I would hope so.
I need it.
I would hope for you know, a video game adaptation movie. It's not hard for them to put those or
To use the sound bites, yeah.
Not to diminish how difficult sound mixing is, because it is.
Sound mixing is difficult. Those sound clips are available.
Yes.
Yes.
So, like, I don't think it would be a huge feat for them to incorporate them in some way, shape, or
Yeah.
form. Especially when video game adaptations, one, of late, have been really good, and two, have been really spot on with their musical and sound
yeah.
effect cues, and visual Easter eggs, like, all over the place.
Like, as much as I say, like, the Mario movie was an elimination movie with a Mario skin.
I heard elimination movie, and I'm like, excuse me?
No, that's the Combat movie.
Which was also good. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. I had fun.
Oh, the new one?
Yeah.
Oh, the new one was a blast.
Oh, when it came out, I had so many people going, ooh, I don't like it. I'm like, okay, to each their own. Have fun hating fun.
It's like, you're welcome to not like it, but also like, I had a good time.
Yeah, I had a great time.
But yeah,
Anyway,
so,
sorry, that's a tangent.
Yeah, the Mario movie, again, very much an eliminations movie with a Mario skin, but they were very, very good at, here's visual bits, here's every time they wove in the original Mario score into the new score for the movie. Just so well done. And again, there's not a score for these games. There's not music. There's not a lot. There's Carmen, which we all know and are terrified by. And once you go into the second game, there's Pop Goes the Weasel. And once you go into the third game, there's mounting amounts of static and dread. But it's more of a sound profile than a soundtrack. And I am sincerely hoping that they can do that. The noises with flipping between cameras, the animatronic scream, the Freddy laugh. There's not a lot to it, but the bits that are there are like, please, come on.
I think I mentioned this last time. The one little visual Easter egg I would really want is I want someone to be watching that vampire cartoon at some point. But Clara, the baby isn't mine.
I mean, it would need to be like a live action version because obviously that cartoon is like, we did our best.
No,
I mean,
even better, get professional animators to do like a really well animated version of it to just have on in
but
the
with the
background.
same audio.
Yes, 100%.
I think we got the cupcake, and we got the cupcake being evil, which I love. The other visual gag I need is the fan. I just need the fan. If we've got some paper pals, awesome. If we've got number one crate, I will actually probably lose my entire mind in the theater. But I just really want the fan.
I would love it if we had a sequence in which all of the animatronics are terrifying our protagonist, makes it into a room, shuts the door, turns around, and we get a fan jump scare. It's like a fan fake out jump scare. And he's just like, Jesus Christ! And just knocks the fan over.
And just the running joke was like, can we turn the fan off to save power? And it's like, no! It's a rotating GIF in the background. It doesn't...
That would be very funny if somebody in the movie
good.
suggests
Would be
that.
good.
What if we turned off the fan? Would that help? Probably not.
It just... I don't know how much they'll include. I don't know how much theory stuff. I don't know how much of this absolutely batshit insane lore. Yeah, I just...
Also,
Gimme.
the acting so far, and it looks like the dialogue in general is just the right amount of self-aware.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it takes itself seriously enough for the context of the premise, while also being like, yeah, it's kind of ridiculous that this is a crazy Chuck E. Cheese sort of scenario. So, at least that's the vibe I'm
FNAF
getting.
movie, let's go. Like, we were beaten not only by a rip-off competitor, but our own parody movie came out before we did. But we're finally here, you guys. So, yeah, and I know there's people who's going to be like, the Banana Splits were here first. I'm like, yes, and the Banana Splits movie was made the way it was because FNAF was popular.
Yeah,
So-
no, there would not have been a Banana Splits movie.
In the way that it was.
Yeah, I would say at all, probably. I don't think there was any interest in bringing the Banana Splits back to life for any reason outside of Warner Brothers looking at their IP going, what can we do that's basically FNAF?
Yeah, people really like this haunted animatronic subgenre, and I'm over here like, yes, we do. It's like, so do the Banana Splits. I'm like, less interested.
I remember
And then
watching the
Willy
Banana
Wonka.
Splits on Boomerang back in the day. If somebody had been like, hey, they're gonna make a scary movie about this one day, I would have been like, what are you talking about? The cartoon variety show?
I am gonna turn this off and go see if I can get it tracking to the end, because I do want to see. We've got October 27th.
And Peacock, I forgot about that. It's dropping on Peacock at the same time.
We don't have a rating. I still very much think it's going to be PG-13 at most.
Oh, absolutely.
And built to be PG-13, not the studio wanted it cut down from an
it
R.
would not behoove them. Like, we talked about this a lot
We talked
last
about
time.
how FNAF audiences skew much younger, and it doesn't make sense to make an R-rated feature for that.
No.
You're cutting off a lot of your primary audience.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, there'd be plenty of kids who'd sneak in.
Oh, yeah.
But it makes a lot more sense to make it PG-13. That way you have like the safeguard of like, instead of just doing it as like a PG thing, you have the safeguard against parents yelling at you about letting their really young children in.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, it's PG-13.
But, you know, if Cassidy, the 6th grader, is super into this and wants to have her birthday party and bring all her little friends to go see the FNAF movie, then, like, you can bring a gaggle of preteens, and it's fine, because it's not Saw. And again,
And then, if you're this girl, you can get up out of your seat and walk over to the next theater and sit down for Saw.
yeah, you will be having your double feature. I will be doing one feature and leaving. No thank you. But yeah, and also it doesn't make sense for 2 R-rated horror movies to drop on the same weekend. Like, that is a competition that, let's be real,
Honestly-
FNAF would not survive.
Honestly, I'm surprised at both of them. I'm surprised. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's Halloween weekend, so I'm not surprised that multiple horror movies are opening up on the same weekend. I am surprised that it's both of those two. And that they're not choosing to stagger it in some way, shape, or
I
form.
think FNAF wouldn't have done it if they weren't a lower rating. There's no way they can compete with Saw with a hard R. Like, if with an R rating, if they are going to, it'll alienate their audience. Like, yeah, we chatted a little bit about this in the previous video. FNAF is popular with kids. And it is, for being the child murder franchise, it's fairly kid-friendly. Like, there's some fucked up stuff in there, but in terms of how much actual gore are we showing, the most gore we get is straight up pixelated. So,
Yeah. We've talked about this. It warms my heart that a lot of, you know, kids when they get older are going to look back fondly on FNAF in the same way that people our age look back fondly on, like, Are You Afraid of the Dark and Goosebumps and things like that. It warms my heart to see that happening for you know, the next generation. It's like, aw, that's great.
because Goosebumps also had some absolutely fucked up shit in there, but it was candy-coated and subtle enough
Ironically,
that it was fine.
coming out with probably a tamer movie. I'm pretty sure Goosebumps, I would have to double check, but I'm like, was Goosebumps rated PG? I think it was rated PG. The Goosebumps movie, which is also super fun if you haven't seen it. It's adorable.
The sequel was also fairly fun.
Yeah.
But it was also obviously written to be its own thing and then had Goosebumps pasted it on.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because a Goosebumps sequel had a lot of potential. And I think what a lot of people wanted was Welcome to Horrorland. Which when I say people, I wanted Welcome to Horrorland.
People who knew things about Goosebumps saw Welcome to Horrorland as a good way to continue things.
Well, and it was something that they had initially made an early announcement about and then pivoted away from. So when I saw Welcome to Horrorland, I was like, heck yes, this sounds like it's going to be awesome. And then when they steered away from that and went to Haunted Halloween, it looked really disappointing. Sorry, I won't take up any more Goosebumps time. But yeah, when we actually sat down and watched it, it was a very charming movie.
It was fine. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Yeah, it was very charming. Much better than I gave it credit for.
Am I going to go out of my way to watch it again? No. Am I going to complain if someone puts it on? Also no.
Yeah, I will definitely go out of my way to watch the first one again. That one's
a good time.
Yeah, that one's a great time.
So yeah, be adding this to our Halloween rota. And if it's good, you know me, it's going to be one of those like, all right, turn it on again.
So what do you think about Matthew Lillard's character? Because we know he's William Afton.
We know he's William Afton, which makes me think that, you know, we've only seen the shots of him sitting at the desk. So obviously that's flashback shit.
But it seems like he's the one on the phone.
To everyone who's like, what the fuck? We're gonna talk lore and spoilers up in here. Like we haven't been already.
But you're right. We see him at the desk.
You cannot get away from the owner won't let this place go without going, William Afton has been in a Springtrap suit sealed in a back room for decades.
That's what I'm asking about. Like, in that... Hold on. If you want to go back, do we actually see him sitting at his desk on the phone with Mike?
No, he gets a phone call.
And then we hear. So in this universe, William Afton is phone guy.
No, I need to go through it again, but like all the shots that we've seen of William Afton. It doesn't say William Afton on the thing on his desk either.
No.
I noticed that.
Which, if he's if he's a known child murderer in this canon at that point, yeah, of course he'd be going by a fake name, you know?
Yeah. So that's,
wonderful.
Again, this just has me, I really do think that what we've seen there is flashback. I do think we're going to get some flashback sequences. And, yeah, I will be beyond thrilled if we get some, like, alternate FNAF 3 opening cards. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because if we are doing, we only ever see flashback William Afton, then you know at some point the head has to come off.
Also,
and it's gonna be a desiccated Matthew Lillard in that golden Bonnie suit. Yes. Give me that practical makeup job. Let's go.
Also, we know for a fact it's not FNAF if there's not some weird timeline shenanigans going on.
It's not FNAF if the timeline makes sense.
I won't say that, but it's not FNAF if there's not a knowing wink and a nudge in terms of the chronology of what's taking place in the story. So, doing some fake out flashback stuff is something I could spoilers for the first season of The Witcher, kind of like the first season of The Witcher, where, you know, we've got two stories taking place, but it takes several episodes before we realize, oh, they're actually taking place at different times rather than simultaneously.
Yeah.
So,
boy, that took me a minute the first time I was watching The Witcher. That first episode does not play. Second one plays a lot better.
Gotta get caught up. I never did watch season 2, but...
Same. But yeah, so this, that's on my wish list. Fan, phone guy, game sound effects, desiccated makeup job of Matthew Lillard in a golden Bonnie suit.
Would make me so happy.
I just want it so much. The fifth thing that's on my wish list that's not in this movie, but Matthew Lillard can do it. He best be on that red carpet in purple.
Yes, we've talked about that
Bonus
too.
points if it's a purple carpet.
Purple
but-
suit. Purple suit. Come on, Matt.
Like, he needs to be in purple on that red carpet. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Someone's got to get the joke.
If Jack Black could show up to the Mario movie, like, decked out in Bowser gear.
Well, and I cannot remember her name. She played Peach.
Oh, yes.
Showed up in a full pink jumpsuit.
Aw.
Much like the movie.
That's
like,
fun.
These are people who understood the assignment. So, I need Matthew Lillard to show up in purple because he's also very good at understanding the assignment.
Even when he claims not to, like in the behind the scenes stuff for Scream, he was like, what was I doing? No, like, sir, you knew exactly what you were doing.
You were doing work.
You were doing the Lord's work.
I'll be right back. Just, yeah. So, I'm
And
so excited.
Josh, I believe his last name is Hutcherson. Yes, he looks like he's a good protagonist as well. Yeah. Like I said, he's delivering it with the exact, like, his lines with the exact right amount of irony.
Uncertain whether this is single dad or older brother because given his age and then the age range he could play, it could be either.
Yeah,
But-
he has a very young face, so it could very well be just an older brother and there's just kind of an age gap between them. If I were to go off on a limb, I would assume daughter, though.
Yeah.
But it really could go either way.
Either way, we have my dude, the security guard, and oh, sweetie, no.
Oh, honey.
This is not a place for kids.
Oh, honey,
Not
no.
anymore. Not anymore.
Oh, man. Whew. Look,
All
that
right.
I know from the previous teaser that she's going to jump into a ball pit at some point. I just hope she does not
Time travel?
Yeah, travel back in time. Because that's not off the table.
The FNAF books are fucking weird, you guys. They're weird.
Oh,
This
man.
whole franchise is weird. This whole franchise started out as spite and was supposed to be Cawthon's swan song as a creator. Because he tried to make other games and people told him, like, his character designs looked wooden,
Creepy,
looked like
yeah.
animatronics and were scary. And he went, fine, I'll make a scary animatronic game. It's going to be my last game ever because I'm bad at this. And then he puts it out and everyone loses their goddamn minds. Namely because all of the horror YouTubers of the day get their hands on it and play it. Like, that's another thing I want, Markiplier cameo.
Yes, please. That would be perfect. Like, he's got it,
Because,
right?
let's be fucking real, FNAF would not have spread the way it did without horror YouTubers playing it. And Markiplier is one of the best known playthroughs.
You know, same thing. A lot of those YouTubers would not have made their mark on the map had it not been for the views that their Five Nights at Freddy's stuff got them.
Yeah.
Like, it's a two-way street, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I would absolutely adore a cameo from Markiplier and Matt Pat. Like, please let Markiplier do some voiceover for just like a little king character. Like
You want him in the vampire cartoon.
Yes, that'd be great.
I want both of them as extras in the background of the training videos.
Oh, that'd be fun too.
That'd be fun.
I would also love it if like they did Matt Pat as like an internet conspiracy theorist. Like in the same way that James A. Janice got a cameo in Scream 5.
Yep.
That would make me very happy as well.
I just need that. Oh my god.
That would be quite fun.
When you have a franchise that is inextricably connected to the internet, that is perpetually online in the way that FNAF is, like, you can't not. I mean, you can decide not to, but like, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. So that's my wish list. I would say get on it, but the only one that's still an actionable item is Matthew Lillard wearing purple to the red carpet. So
Yeah,
get on that, Matt.
I'm pretty sure there's not really much else we can do at this stage
Yeah,
of the
no,
game about
this
the other
thing
stuff.
is there might still be some post going on at this point, but at this point it is probably pretty much done and dusted.
Yeah.
Hopefully we are not in crunch. That's a nightmare. But
I don't think so. Yeah, I
you
think
never know, man. You never know.
I would hope
Those
not.
NDAs are strong.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I am very, very pleased though.
So
and
excited.
I think when we're done recording, we're gonna watch it again.
Oh, you bet your ass we are. Oh my god, yes.
Anyway, I'm Megan. You guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TheMenguin. That's TheMenguin. I also have a YouTube channel called Silver Screams. There's some of our FNAF talk over on that channel, so go check that out if you're interested. I also have a Lost retrospective podcast called No Love Lost, where my co-host Will Link loves Lost, and I don't. We talk about it.
If you are into more R-rated horror, the most recent video on Silver Screams is definitely a conversation about Evil Dead Rising?
Evil Dead, I was like, is it Rises or Rising?
Probably Rises.
I think it's Rises. I just rewatched it the other night too. I should know this. Yeah. Oh,
Boy, the things you do when I'm out of the house.
it's a beautiful movie. I had
Yeah.
a beautiful time. And my nitpicks that we talk about in that video didn't seem nearly as egregious the second time around.
Fair enough. Yeah, so if you're all things horror except for this, because that lives here, but that's I've laid my claim.
Katie wrapped her arms around it and went, mine.
FNAF in my brain going, it's me, boy, I'm the PS5.
Speaking to you from inside your brain.
I'm Katie. You can follow me all over the social medias and on Twitch at Kiaxet. That is Kiaxet. I am also a co-host on Nighttime at the Nerd Bar on the Fanversation YouTube channel. It is a weekly show that I do with one of my friends, and we talk about anime and video games and just all sorts of nerdy things. Our most recent episode is a Gear Up to Anime Expo episode. We had guests. We're going to be at Anime Expo, so, you know, come say hi. We love seeing people. And that is on Mondays at 7:30 p.m. Pacific on the Fanversation YouTube channel. We have so much fun there.
Lucky ducks. You guys are going to have a good time.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be exhausting, but I'm really looking forward to it. You know, that vibe. Like, it's going to be great. I'm already tired.
I know exactly what you mean.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep.
I'm looking at all of July going, it's going to be great.
I'm already
so tired.
Yes. Oh, yes. If you want to support this channel, we have a Patreon that gets you some videos early. We have a Ko-fi if you want to throw a couple bucks our way. We do commissions, not request commissions. I know there's a bunch of stuff that I should be saying, but it's mostly just like the YouTube algorithm got stuffed into an animatronic somewhere and came back super wrong. And the best way to stave it off, aside from saving power, is to just hit all these buttons down here. I will come up with stupid things about the YouTube algorithm every goddamn time.
Sometimes.
It makes no sense.
Sometimes.
The FNAF timeline makes more sense than the YouTube algorithm.
Sometimes dead is better.
YouTube algorithm. Anyway, all them little buttons.
Like, subscribe team.
And of course, the important things, check your voter registration. Even if you think you're registered, double check it. Vote in your local elections. Change starts local, and that is very, very important. And support your local library, because those are also very, very important, and also one of the few spaces that lets you come and just hang out without the expectation of spending money. There are so few of those anymore, and they're very important. So get your library card, just go in and read a book or look at things. Use the Hoopla app.
Hoopla app and the Libby app.
Yeah, Hoopla and Libby. And then if you are doing any form of academic research, your library probably has subscriptions to academic journals and like JSTOR. So you can read all of these nice paywalled articles, and probably a good number of newspaper subscriptions too. Like, every library is different, but they have subscriptions to these things that you can use, and then it helps their numbers so they can turn around and be like, these are our numbers. Keep giving us money, government. We're an important institution. So, yeah, make sure you're registered to vote, make sure you vote, and support your local libraries. These are all very important. Yes. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time.
Bye.
Jump scare.
I was gonna say cupcake.